What's up, Geekers, and welcome back to episode 6. First round of the playoffs in the NHL Montreal Canadiens rebuild franchise mode. We're now in the third season, and we are currently in round 1 of the playoffs. These are the lines we have set up for the playoffs. We have Alexander Ovechkin on the line with Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Josh Anderson. Our second line has Nick Suzuki centering Quinton Byfield and Cole Caulfield. Our third line has Peyton Krebs with Kirby Dach and Tyler Toffoli. And our final line, which we picked up during the trade deadline, is Jonathan Toews, Max Domi, and Ryan Getzlaf. Defensively, we are obviously struggling just a bit, but we will be increasing that soon. We have Alexander Romanov and Aaron Ekblad, Josh Brook, Moritz Seider, Otto Leskinen, and Caden Gould. And goaltending wise, we have Chris Driedger, who's doing amazing right now, and Caden Primo in the pipelines, plus our elite goalie. Let's go quickly look at the special teams right there. I like what I'm seeing. A lot of power, strength. Look at that power play right there. Suzuki, Kotkaniemi, Caulfield, Ekblad. The only thing I want to change is that. There you go. That right there is what I am talking about. That is going to be gorgeous, and we're going to just put you there. I like the way it says, oh look, you get a +3, but I don't actually get a +3. Okay, so our team's looking solid. We're playing the Ottawa Senators first, so we're quickly going to go here. We're just going to go look at the Ottawa Senators points. How did they do? Where did they rank in their individual players? So we can really get an idea of what we're playing. So their best player was Tim Stützle. This guy's phenomenal. He's an 88 overall playmaker center, and he got 84 points on the year. Then we have Brady Tkachuk with 71, Shabbat with 69, Kapanen with 60, White with 59, Trocheck with 57. They did pick up Quinn Hughes. He has 57. They went with Nazem Kadri at 53. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys with over 50 points. And the Montreal Canadiens ended up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. So we have one guy that performed a bit better. So that is huge for us. Now it's going to be jumping into the series. We're going to do the simulations. If ever there's a tie and we go into overtime, we're going to watch it. This is game 1, Montreal Canadiens versus the Ottawa Senators, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we have going on here. So we're going to sim the first period, and that is a goal apiece. Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Kapanen opening up the scoring within the first 2 minutes, and Kotkaniemi tying it up right near the end of the period. Second period comes through, and Montreal shatters Ottawa with a 4-1 with Kirby Dach, Romanov, and Aaron Ekblad. 2 defense getting great goals right there for the team. And as the third period comes in, Montreal scores the last goal with Moritz Seider, 3 points by defense on game 1. Let's go look at our 3 stars, and we are looking at Aaron Ekblad with a goal, 2 assists, 2 hits. Chris Driedger with a 1 goal against and a .964 save percentage, and Jonathan Toews with 2 assists, 2 hits on the night. That was a good pickup. Going to get that captain presence, that captain veterancy right there. We're going to move forward to the next right there game, and we're going to quickly just look right here. Phoenix at 1, Oilers winning by 1, Chicago up by 1, and Colorado up by 1. Here, Toronto up by 1, Capitals up by 1, and Boston up by 1. So let's move into the game 2. We still have that home court advantage, and 3-1 Montreal. Toffoli scores right off the bat with Ekblad within 40 seconds later, and then Getzlaf getting another goal, and then Eric Brandstrom for Ottawa scoring late in the first. As the second period comes to a close, it's a goal apiece. You have Formanton getting a goal right there, and Alexander Ovechkin getting his first goal of the playoffs, the Montreal Canadiens, right after responding quickly within 30 seconds, making sure Ottawa doesn't get any momentum. And as game 2 comes to an end, Stützle scores right off the start, and just a few minutes later, Quinton Byfield comes in to close it. Shots with 31-29 Montreal. We're going to go look at the 3 stars for this game. This was a hell of a game with Alexander Ovechkin has a goal and 4 assists. Nick Suzuki with 3 assists on this game. And Quinton Byfield with a goal, an assist, and a hit. That's solid points right there. Driedger letting in 3 goals there, but Montreal able to outshine. Unlike the game that we just played, Montreal versus Toronto, where we can't seem to get more than a goal a game, Montreal that I built can score goals. This is game 3. If we quickly look, Montreal, Toronto, Washington, and Boston all up by 2. You have 1-1 between Anaheim and Phoenix, Colorado and Vancouver, and the Blues and Chicago. Oilers are up 2-0 versus LA Kings. So let us see what is going on in the next game. Game 3 in Ottawa. Does home ice advantage help Ottawa out? As the first period goes through, it is tied 1-1. 2 defense on the board, Thomas Chabot and Moritz Seider apiece. Next period goes through, and Ottawa breaks through, which you almost saying Tkachuk and Assels getting a goal. Josh Anderson, the lone goal for the Montreal Canadiens. Their shots are 22-19. Third period going in, and it ends scoreless with a 4-2 win for Ottawa as they make the series now 2-1. Gustafsson with a .939 save percentage, Tkachuk with a goal and 4 hits, and Nazem Kadri with 2 assists. That was a hell of an important game right there for Ottawa, clinching in and making this a playoff at 2-1 now. We're going to sim to the next and see how everything else rolls through. So, Oilers are up 3-0, Anaheim up 2-1, Colorado up 2-1, and St. Louis up 2-1. Here, Toronto up 2-1, Tampa tying it up, Jersey bringing it up by 1 as well, so Capitals only up 2-1, and Boston with the 3-0. So right now, Boston and Edmonton both on the verge of sweeping their respective playoffs as Montreal goes into game 4 against the Ottawa Senators. And right off the bat, 5 goals in a single period with Nick Suzuki starting to scoring off. Anderson follows up right after within a minute. Then White gets it. Assels and Kadri with 3 unanswered goals by Ottawa. Now 3-2 Ottawa. Shots are 18-8. We move into the next period and Montreal gets 1 goal and Ottawa gets a goal by Stützle and Kapanen. Ekblad with a lone goal for Montreal. And as the third period goes through, Montreal gets a goal. Ovechkin getting his second of the playoff on a power play goal, but Thomas Chabot scores as well, making it 6-4. And ladies and gentlemen, that is something right there. You have Connor White with a goal, 2 assists. You have Vincent Trocheck with 3 assists, and Kapanen with a goal, an assist, and a hit. So the series is now tied at 2 apiece between the Montreal Canadiens and the Ottawa Senators. Aaron Ekblad with 6 points in 4 games. We're going to sim to the next game and see how the rest of the series are doing. Looks like Boston swept and Oilers swept. Every other series, Anaheim's up 3-1. Colorado, Vancouver, St. Louis, Chicago are tied 2 apiece. And Toronto, Tampa's tied 2 apiece. And Capitals 1, making it 3-1. So this is back in Montreal. Can Montreal pull the win, or did they lose all that momentum losing the 2 in Ottawa? As game first period goes through, 3-1 Ottawa with White and Kapanen with 2 goals, Anderson with a lone goal for Montreal. We're going to move forward there. Montreal scores with Tay scoring the lone goal of the period, bringing it up to 3-2, closing in that gap. And as the third period goes, Montreal scores 2 goals, and Max Domi getting his first goal with the Montreal Canadiens, and Ovechkin getting his third of the series, takes it 4-3. That was a nail biter, which Ovechkin now with a goal and an assist, Kapanen with 2 goals, and Getzlaf, the third star, with 2 assists and 2 hits. This is getting real tight, ladies and gentlemen, and real close. Let's sim to the next game and see if any other series have ended. So quickly, Anaheim beats Arizona 4-1. Vancouver now leading against Colorado 3-2, and the St. Louis over Chicago 3-2. In our division, Tampa beating Toronto 3-2, Montreal beating Ottawa 3-2, and Washington beating New Jersey 3-2. Game 6 in the pipes right now. Kotkaniemi with 7 points in 5 games. And first period sim, Montreal comes out hard. Ovechkin with a goal and Toffoli with a goal, not making sure they can get that early lead as the second period finishes. And look at that, Quinn Hughes and Kadri scoring for Ottawa, but Getzlaf getting the first goal in the period for the Montreal Canadiens on a power play makes it 3-2. Now, going into the third and final period, this can be it for Ottawa if Montreal clinches the win. And they do with 4 goals. Josh Anderson, Cole Caulfield with 2 goals, and Romanov closing off the game, making it a 7-2 win for the Montreal Canadiens. Look at the stars right here. Cole Caulfield with 2 goals and an assist. Quinton Byfield with 3 assists. And Alexander Ovechkin, 1 goal, 1 assist, and 1 hit. Let's move forward here as the series progresses. And we're going to simulate this day. All right, so this right here is going to be interesting. Tampa's playing versus Toronto tonight, and let's see if they finish it. So Toronto ties it up 3-3 between Toronto and Tampa going into Game 7. Capitals beat Jersey 4-2. Let's see, in the West, there is Vancouver eliminating Colorado, and the St. Louis Blues and the Chicago Blackhawks are tied. As we move forward, let's see, as the last 2 games are being played in the first round, and this round is over. Let's see who took it. Chicago eliminating the Blues, and Toronto eliminating Tampa. So here you have it, folks. You have Chicago versus Vancouver, Anaheim versus Oilers, Boston versus Capitals, and Montreal versus Toronto. Let's see how everybody's been performing and settle up for the next round. So here we go. No, that's not what we wanted to do. Now we have to check the playoff stats. So Montreal right now has a few guys. Here we go. So Ovechkin and Kotkaniemi at 8 points apiece. Tays at 7, Suzuki at 7, Anderson, Ekblad, Getzlaf, Caulfield, Byfield at a point per game, Toffoli at 5, and Seider at 4. Montreal playing relatively well right now, but let's see how the Toronto Maple Leafs are doing. They went into 7 games, and Mitch Marner and Tavares are at a point apiece. Matthews at 6 points. They have Mikhail Abramov at 5, Rasmus Sandin at 5, Riley at 4, Nylander at 4, and Heinen and Dal Cole at 3 apiece. So this is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're facing right now in real life. Let's see if Montreal can make a difference, if my team can outplay the Toronto Maple Leafs. So here we go. We're going to simulate this game, and we're going to see what happens as Game 1 of Round 2 starts with Toronto versus the Montreal Canadiens. As we sim through the first period, and it is 3-1 Montreal. Cole Caulfield with a goal within 21 seconds of the game. Ovechkin scoring right after that, and Getzlaf with 3 minutes and 52 seconds left. But the man, the legend, the captain, John Tavares, scores with 2 minutes left in the first period. As the second period goes through, and look at that. 3 goals for Toronto, taking the lead 4-3 in the second period, with Nate Robinson, Austin Matthews, and Nylander scoring. We're going to move into the third period, and it is held scoreless as Toronto takes Game 1 in an impressive fashion, scoring 3 goals. Caden Primo was in nets. He got 0 goals against 18 saves in the last period and a bit. That is insane. But let's see if Montreal can pull back now, as we need to win. We are at home. We need to at least get 1 win at home. Let's see if we can do it. As Montreal and Toronto, Game 2 begins. 2-0 Montreal, with Quinton Byfield and Caden Gooley scoring. We know this happened last time, and Toronto just dominated in the second period. But let's see. And again, they score 3 goals with Nylander, Vosenar, and Matthews. Can Montreal hold off and get some goals this time in the third period? And they do not. Matthews with a lone goal. Montreal going down 2-0 against Toronto. This is why Toronto is dangerous. Darcy Kemper with a 948 save. Matthews with 2 goals, and Nylander with a goal and an assist. Montreal now down 2-0 in the second round. Quickly looking through, it's 1-1 Chicago, Vancouver, 1-1 Anaheim, and Capitals 2-0 over Boston, and Toronto 2-0 over the Canadiens. We're now playing in Toronto. Can Montreal snag at least a win, or is Montreal on the verge of being swept? The President's Trophy winner on the verge of being swept. It is 2-1 Montreal, with Romanov getting a goal, Riley getting a goal for Toronto, and then Suzuki getting the goal for Montreal. Let's see in the third period, and again, second period magic. Toronto gets 2 goals. Matthews with another goal, and Janmark with a goal with 2 minutes 42 left in the second. And as the third period goes, Montreal gets 1 goal with Cole Caulfield, but Tavares gets the goal, breaking the tie and making it a 4-3 win. Toronto now up 3-0. Nylander with 3 assists, Tavares with a goal and an assist, and Riley with a goal. This is looking very rough for the Montreal Canadiens, but we're going to keep on moving, as we are going to now move into the final game. Game 4, Montreal now down 3-0 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We are actually doing worse than what actually happened in real life. So Montreal goes in. We get the 1-goal lead. We know that's not enough because Toronto scores a bunch of goals in the second period. And no, they get held off. It's still 1-0 though, as this game finishes off 2-1 Montreal, with Dalco scoring and Suzuki getting the game winner, making sure Montreal lives another day. Let's look at our stars right there, ladies and gentlemen. Was Driedger a 969 save percentage, Quemper with a 939 save percentage, and Dalco with 1 goal and 3 hits getting the 3rd star. So Suzuki with the game winner doesn't even deserve a star. So we're going to sim up to the next game, and we're going to view the rest of the series playoffs, see what is going on in the rest of the league. Capitals sweep right there, Boston 4-0. It is 2-2 for the Chicago and Vancouver, and it is 3-1 for Edmonton versus Anaheim. Montreal not over yet, now playing in Montreal versus Toronto. Can they clutch another win and make the series 3-2? Right off the bat, Montreal gets 2 goals. Peyton Krebs and Romanov scoring within a minute of each other, within 2 minutes of each other, and then Nate Robinson getting in a goal at 11 minutes and 22 seconds, right near the halfway mark of the first period. The second period is beginning and goes through Montreal with 2 goals, as Taze gets a shorthanded goal at 18 minutes and 9 seconds and a goal at 8:50, as Austin Matthews gets another goal against the Montreal Canadiens at 5 minutes and 14 seconds into the second, as Montreal goes into the third period with a 4-2 lead. Can they keep it and clinch another win against the Toronto Maple Leafs? And they do, as Hollowell scores with 16 minutes and 37 seconds, and Ovechkin gets a power play goal at 9 minutes and 50 seconds on Darcy Quemper, finishing the game 5-3 Montreal, as the series is now 3-2. Taves with 2 goals and an assist, Romanov a goal and an assist with 3 hits, and Kirby Dach with his 2 assists respectively. We're going to move forward right here, and let's sim to the next game and see how the rest of the series are panning out. Right now, so it's 3-2 Edmonton, 3-2 Vancouver, 4-0 Capitals, and 3-2 Toronto, as Montreal fighting to stay alive. Game 6, can they tie it up and push a Game 7? Montreal, Toronto. First period finishes 0-0. 13 shots Montreal, 6 shots for Toronto. As the second period comes through, Toronto gets 2 goals, Nate Robinson and TJ Brody. Third period, can Montreal bring it back? They do not, as Janmark and Abramov get a goal. Toffoli with the lone goal at 17 minutes and 18 seconds, and the last 17 minutes of the game were scoreless, as Toronto takes the series in 6, 4-2 against the Montreal Canadiens in round 2. Darcy Quemper at a 976 save percentage, Robinson with a goal and an assist, and Marner with 2 assists. And that is hurtful, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens, as they were so close to making it. So we're going to keep on advancing now and see how the rest of the series plays out. So we have Toronto versus Washington and Oilers versus Vancouver, 2 Canadian teams. Potentially we're going to see a Canadian finals in the Stanley Cup, but the Capitals take it 1-0 over Toronto. Oilers take it 1-0 over Vancouver. Let's see what we got here. 2-0 Oilers on Vancouver, and it's 2-0 Capitals over Toronto. 2-1 as Vancouver brings it in, but Capitals not giving Toronto a chance. 3-0 Washington. It is 3-1 Oilers now. And the Capitals sweep another series. The Capitals have swept every single one of their series so far. Can Edmonton clutch the win? They do. And you have an Edmonton Oilers Washington Capitals finals. Can McDavid win the cup for the Canadian teams? Game 1 goes to Washington. Game 2 plays in a day, and it's 1-1. Let's see for Game 3. 2-1 Oilers. They have given Washington their first 2 losses of the playoffs as Game 4 passes, and it's 3-1 Edmonton. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Edmonton Oilers are going to raise the Stanley Cup if they win, and they do, as the Edmonton Oilers are the Stanley Cup champions. Calder Cup champions go to the Manitoba Moose. So we are now going to sim to the draft, and let's see what Montreal will pick and what position we are, as Philadelphia gets the first, Vegas for second, and the Islanders third. Dallas falls to fourth, Seattle falls to fifth, and Columbus falls to sixth. That is hurtful for the top 3. Let's go view the draft class, see what we have, what we can pick, as there seems to be some good players. Connor Bedard is definitely an interesting one at 6 foot, but I don't think we're going to be able to trade up for him, as our draft pick is all the way down here. And we have Thomas Silfversberg, Lars Samuelson at 6'2", or Jackson Morales. So we're definitely going to see what we do. We might even trade a pick. So let's get into the trade deadline and see what happens. My goodness, let's view who retired. There was a few players that did some good pushes. So Perry retires after playing his final season with the Columbus Blue Jackets. You have Marlowe at the top of the retiree class, though. Didn't even play this year. 1,723 games played, 562 goals, and 626 assists. And that's it. Let's quickly check if anyone from Montreal took the retirement. I don't think so, though. We have a relatively young team, and Getzlaf and Ovechkin most likely still want to play one more year, and that's exactly what it looks like. So let's move forward and see what happens. So we're going to skip the interviews because I really don't think there's much for us to do right now in the draft, unless someone's willing to trade away a top pick, which Philly is interested in trading away. So let's see what they're interested in, what we can offer to get that top prospect. So we have Ekblad, Kotkaniemi, Byfield, Caulfield, and Suzuki that we rather not move. Kirby Dach is a guy that we can look at moving. He does have value, so I'm not worried about throwing him in. 3.6 million, get him off the caps. He's done well for us, but we can go and get a top player that is very interesting. Let's see if this works. This would seem to be one of those occasions where the trade block paid off in spades. Philadelphia could start a deal based on what you want from us, but the value of what you're asking is just not enough. So we definitely need to add a little bit more. So we do have a 6 I'm willing to throw in. I don't want to throw in that second there. I want to have at least that second, and we're going to do this. I think this might be interesting enough for them. No. Okay. So we're going to take this 6th out, and we're going to put in the 3rd. Actually, we're going to, yeah, let's do that. Still rejected. Okay. So we need to see what they want. They want a guy like Zachary Loder in the lineup. They want Sider. They want Anderson. You know what? Anderson might go too. Like, I'm not opposed to trading both of them, you know? Let's just do a quick check. Let's leave this, and let's just see how big is the guy that's going 1st overall. He's a center and he's 5'9". So you know what? I don't want to pick him up. He's probably a franchise. I feel like he's franchise sniper. That's why. Oh man, that's brutal. Do we want Damian Eminger? No, we can't give away too much. Okay, no, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna move forward. Let's sim the pick, see what it was. It was an elite medium sniper, 83 overall. Okay, so we didn't lose out. I'm glad. So sim to pick 28. Let's see what we got. There's not a lot of options, to be honest, especially this far down the draft line. But there is a defensive defenseman, Jesper Malmström. 2 goals, 2 assists. He is a defensive D. 3 years. He's similar to Chris Chelios. I like that comparison. Let's pick him up. And let's see. He ends up being a top 4 medium. I like that. So sim to pick 92 now, which is in the 3rd round. And again, let's see what the Montreal Canadiens can do here. There is Murray Tucker. I think that's Chris Tucker's son, even though he's from a different country. So we're going to take him. I like it. And there we go. So sim to pick 156. Montreal Canadiens 5th round pick. We choose, look at that, Reed Anderson, a 5'11" offensive defenseman. I think that's going to be exactly what we need. Like you say, you can never have too many defense, especially when you know he's AHL top 2. Not surprised all the way down here. Let's see now if there's any gems. We have to see if we can find a gem. I don't think so, though, to be honest. Like, we'd be very lucky. So no gems. What's near us that we can look at? There's a 2-way forward. There's a grinder, and this guy is unknown. Kai Karanen at 6'2", so we're going to take him. He's a surprise draft pick, and he's a sniper, bottom 6. That's what I'm talking about. This guy's actually going to play in the NHL. I love it. And round 7, pick 8. All right, what do we have here? Pierre Rivet, left defense. I think we're going to go with him at a 6'4". Let's get those big defense in right now. 7th D, good pick. And let's go to the final pick of our draft, the 220th pick overall. And there is a left wing, right wing, Valery Kvasha from Russia. And bottom 6 medium forward, 2-way potential. I like that. And sim the rest of the draft. So Montreal gets a few good picks. We make it into the 2nd round of the playoffs. We lose to Toronto. though, which is surprising that Toronto made it all the way past the first round, all the way up to the second. And you know what? I'll be honest. I think they're actually going to pass the first round this year as well. They really have it. They know what they're doing. So I can't complain. They're doing a good job. Toronto. I'll be that guy. I'll admit it. You know, I'm not happy to, but I'll admit it. So quickly, let's go check out unsigned players right here. Here's our elite goalie in Parse. We're gonna offer him a contract now because we want him to start playing. He's 19 years old. I want him in. We're gonna leave him unsigned, and we're gonna go and sign right here Malmstrom, who's our top 4. This was one guy I wanted to sign. We drafted him in the first round. I like him. We're gonna give him some experience right away. And where is my bottom 6 sniper? Was it you? Yes, it was Kai Karanen, right? Yes. And we're gonna sign you. All right, let's move up to the RFAs. In RFAs, we don't have much right now there, but we do have some big signings in Romanov to do, which we need to sign. So Romanov is asking for 4 years, 4.5 million, and I think he deserves it, so we're gonna offer it to him, no problem. Right here, let's qualify these guys. Up to 25 years old. Anything over, we release. Otto Leskinen is no longer with the Montreal Canadiens after this year. You know, he did a few good jobs, but his time is done. And that's it. So now we're going to go into the UFAs, and there are some big players here to sign. Ovechkin with a 94 overall. Let's see what he's asking for. 9 million, 2 years. It is big money. What we have to be careful for is we have to check who comes due. Ekblad comes due next year. KK has some time. Everyone else has time. But we have to think. If I'm signing for 2 years, good. He doesn't jump on anyone but Ekblad's toes. So it makes it that it's a good signing. We can definitely work on something there. So we will sign Ovechkin back. 2 years, 9.35 million. And we're going to start advancing with that. We just want to see if we can sign all those guys back and then see what we have left, because we do have a lot of players now. So he decided to resign, and he resigned. Malmstrom signed. Parse came in. Good. I like what I'm seeing so far. Don't forget, we do have 10 millions coming off the book next year in Dridger. I don't know if we're going to sign him back. So there is that too. So right now we have 12 million in cap space left. Do we sign Taze back? We could sign Taze back or Getzlav. That's the question. Taze is 35. He's a few years younger. He's asking 6.6 million. And he's asking 3.97. So we're going to sign Getzlav. He's asking for less money, which for me is important because we do need to consider everything else. Tyler Toffoli is also gone. What's he asking for? 3.5. We won't sign him. We're not going to sign Domi. And we got Jake Evans here. What's he asking for? He doesn't want to sign back. So you know what? That's a good deal for Evans. And that should be everyone. Who's this? Huckins, you can leave. We're just not going to sign you back. Bottom 6. We need to keep some prospects in the thing. So Gill. There we go. That's going to be it, guys. That's going to be our signings. And we're going to sim to free agency. And let's see what's available, if we have to make trades or not. It's all depending on how much money we have left, to be honest, because we definitely don't want to run out of money. But we do have 10 million on a goalie, or 13 million on a goalie, which I said I wasn't going to do, but, you know, he was holding off well this year. So let's see what the free agency is like. See if there's anybody that we can really pick up. There is Barzell. We got Gensel, Voracek, Hornfrist, Barry Boulette, Marchessault. Here's assholes. But we don't have the drafts, unfortunately, to grab him. That's the only thing, so we won't be able to go for him. There's Case here, Teravainen, Gambro, Taze. So you see, there's not much. So picking up a guy like Jonathan Taze, 1 year, I'm not opposed to that, actually. You know what? Let's do it. We have the cap space. He's asking for 1 year. Let's give him 7.2, 1 year. Is that Evgeny Sveshnikov? Jeez. Yo, what's going on here, man? And what's going on in goalies? Anything in goalies? Hellyabuck is available at 9 million. Mackenzie Blackwood is available. All right, I think we're good. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna sign Taze, see if we get him. He agreed. Ryan Getzlaff. No, we're not doing that. We're going for another push. We didn't have to really change much on our team. We're just gonna throw in a bit of youth. We have still our snipers. I think Caulfield's going to go up on the first line. And I think that's where we're going to end it with this season. You know, just so close. We were this close, guys. So damn close. It's brutal. It's hurtful. Gustav Lindstrom does sign with us. I like it. All right. We don't want to get rid of Getzlaff. Get out of my face with that. Do we want Murphy for a third and a fourth? You know what? We could use always an extra D. He has 1 year on his contract. So worst comes to, we just don't sign him back next year. Let's do it. Like I said, if we can get some nice depth core players to support, I'm okay. Like Otto Leskinen on D really did hurt us. So this is definitely, yeah, I don't want Stone. I'm not getting rid of Getzlaff. He's going to be my fourth line center if I have to. I don't care. Like, I'm not getting rid of Getzlaff. Taze and Getzlaff are playing this year again. Like, that's not even a question. My first line this year should be Caulfield, KK, and Byfield. My second line is going to be Ovechkin, Suzuki, and Anderson. That's basically what we're looking at right now, is those guys all just playing together. That top six is just going to have a quick swap. I know people going, but you're putting Ovechkin on the second line. He's a 94. Yes, I know, but I want my youth to develop. Okay? And here you have it. They're actually saying do this, but like that playmaker, power forward, playmaker, two-way forward, like that. And that's what I'm talking about. That's gonna be nice. What happens if I put, yeah, see, no, hey, guess what, you can't lose that way. No, I like it. All right, and then if the only thing I might change is power forward here, because he's younger, make him develop. That's the only thing I'd probably change. Defensively, we have Romanov, Ekblad, Brook, Sider, Lindstrom, and Murphy. So this one here is the one we have to change. That's the best we can do. Josh Brook has to drop. Goalies, 84 Drigger, Primo, 81. I knew he was going to drop. That's why we only signed him for 2 years. And look at that, his contract's due after this, and we're not signing him back. AHL, let's see if we can put in our young goalie. No, we can't. He's still not there. Okay. And what do we have? Starting lines. Not much. Alright. You know what? It's not too bad, though. I gotta say, it's not too bad. Kaden Gooley, I know you played in the NHL last year. We're going to give you 1 more year to develop here before we bring you up. And then we're going to put you in the NHL. Okay. Let's check our captaincies. And that will be the end of this video with Taze, Ovechkin, and Ekblad. So I'm just going to take off the A to Taze. Because you're only here for 1 more year, and I do think Kotkaniemi at this point deserves it. He's played solid. He's been our #1 center, and he's been really playing well. So we're gonna wrap this up quickly by checking the awards, and then we're gonna close off this session. So Edmonton Oilers win the Stanley Cup. Presidents was the Montreal Canadiens, which really hurt, but you know, that's normal. So individual awards: Art Ross goes to Nathan MacKinnon, the Hart Memorial to Nathan MacKinnon, the James Norris Memorial Trophy to John Carlson. Nathan MacKinnon wins the Lady Bing Memorial Trophy. Calder Memorial Trophy goes to M. Cott. Then you got Conn Smythe Trophy to Connor McDavid. The Vezina Trophy to Darcy Quemper. Williams M. Jennings Trophy to M. Blackwood. I think it's what? Martin, Michael, Matt, I don't know. Bill Masterson Memorial Trophy to Stanley. The Jack Adams Award to Beauregard. The Frank J. Selk Trophy to Ryan O'Reilly 2 years in a row. The Ted Lindsay Award to Nathan MacKinnon. And the Maurice Richard Trophy to Alexander Ovechkin, taking it away in 22-2023. We're going to go quickly look at the records, as Ovechkin just signed with us for 2 more years. Let's go see if in 2 years he has the chance of beating Gretzky's record with the Montreal Canadiens. So let's go here. Sorry, not season, career. And he is at 868. He may actually beat it this year. He only needs 26 goals this year to make it. So let's set him up on that power play quickly before we end. Edit lines. And this should be it, guys. This may just be it. We're going to go right there on the special teams power play where we have Ovechkin there. I like everything I'm seeing so far, except we're going to take Suzuki and we're going to go and get Caulfield. And then we're going to take Byfield and we're going to swap out for Getzlaf. And you know, that's basically it. Yeah, this right here is amazing. That's what I'm talking about. And we're going to put you there. 4-man power play. I like what I'm seeing. Nice. Penalty kill makes sense. And 3-man PK extras. Let's go 4-on-4. We got Kotkaniemi, Ovechkin, Brook, Ekblad, Taze. Yes, makes sense. And I like what I'm seeing. 3-on-3. Okay. This is the only one I want to change. You're going to go here. I think this here is just like meant to be. And like that. That's what I'm talking about. Extra attack for Ovechkin and Ekblad, and shootouts Ovechkin, Caulfield, Suzuki, Kotkaniemi, Getzlaf. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be it. We're going to see how this season goes. We should play well. Dridger's an 84 overall. It's his last year with the Montreal Canadiens, and then we're getting rid of him, and we're going to be going back to some youth and goaltending. So this was a little push this year and next year, and then we are done. So thank you for stopping by. If you guys are enjoying the content, don't forget to drop that like and subscribe, and also pay attention as today on the Sir Bananas page, you're going to see it at the end of the clip right about now. The Sir Bananas page, there is our Pokemon Randomizer episode 3 that is coming out on his channel, and it should have came out at 11 a.m. today, May 25th. So check it out. Don't worry, be excited. It's really fun. Episode 2 on my channel, episode 3 on the Sir Bananas channel. If you like Pokemon randomizers as well, it's just very entertaining. If not, don't worry about it. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll be releasing the next episode soon. Take care, guys. Bye, Geekers.